And my big prediction, if this is what could be decided, is that our fundamental educational system is going to radically have to be remade from the ground up, meaning the current educational system that we have is built upon the foundation of the post-industrialized age, which is to say that we are building workers for factories, right? So our educational system was memorize things, be able to regurgitate certain facts so that you can be a cog in a much bigger machine. When the machine is the machine and it doesn't need humans to be cogs, what's the purpose of a human? Okay, the purpose of a human is to elevate the thinking so that new things can come about. So what preceded the industrial age and the modern education system was apprenticeship. So my thesis, you can clock me here, is that we will go away from what we understand as Western educational structure and we will revert back to mostly an apprenticeship model where when you come of age in your early teens, you start to apprentice in various roles in society. And that's how you learn and are taught and are trained to be a productive member of society rather than going to a high school or college and to become a cog in a machine. So very cool. That's one of my predictions. How about that?
Do you think that would be like the private market, or do you think the government would facilitate? Like, is it outside of the like education system, this apprenticeship?
I believe it has to be. I think certainly I think there are a lot of people who would agree that the education system as it currently stands, certainly in the United States, is not successful not broadly successful. So it does need some rethinking anyway. I would just argue that trying to just remake the exact same system we have and make it more efficient, again, because its purpose was to produce factory workers, basically.
Yeah.
And we won't need many factory workers in the future. We're going to need people that, yes, we're going to need things like electricians and plumbers and people that interface with physical things, right? But we're also going to need people to think and advance science and medicine, other things, because AI is not going to yet be good at that. AI is good at understanding what has come in the past, but it won't be always great at implementing future. And that's where humans are very well skilled and I think have a real purpose. And back to Founder Nexus and tying this all together. Yeah. So a big part of my goal and objective with Founder Nexus is to create an exemplar of humans working with other humans to solve common problems, because that's what Founder Nexus is writ large. It's just done it at a global scale, focused on founders right now. I've got a very narrow focus on my community, but the idea is put them in small groups, give them an incentive to help express their own personal lived experiences in order that you advance the thinking of all of the people in that discussion, and that they can then collectively get better and better and better. So imagine that as the worldwide exemplar of how humans can advance humanity, where today I struggle to look around the world and say, where are the examples of people working with an AI where it's actually helpful as opposed to destructive?
Yeah.
Right. So I want Founder Nexus to be an example of people collaborating at a global scale, irrespective of their politics, religion, skin color, race, nationality, socioeconomic background, educational background, any of that, right? So that's part of what I want to be part of. I want to create that future for my kids and the kids that come behind them.
Awesome.
Wow.
So help me understand, like Founder Nexus, like I went to one of the events in Seattle. Like, are you expanding? Like, what are you like? Maybe just tell us like your future plans. How's that?
Yeah. So we expand upon regional chapters. So we have now chapters in Seattle where we started, San Francisco. I launch our London chapter week after next.
Cool.
We'll be launching around, probably Tokyo in Q1 and all around North America following. So I don't know that we'll necessarily be at one a month, but we're probably going to get close to that in 2026 and beyond.
Yeah.
So we organize locally in order for local founders to get to know one another and to help. But by stitching all of those chapters together globally and holding regular events that include members from all chapters, we're giving access to founders to not only learn from their local participants, but also to learn from founders in other geographies, such that it's part of a bigger plan to figure out how to get venture success to happen anywhere in the world and not just in the power 20 or 30 cities where they all happen right now.
Yeah.
Sure.
Is it invite only? Like, how do the chapters get rolled out? Yeah, how do people get involved?
Yeah. So to get involved, they apply and they have to have a minimum set of credentials. The credentials we are currently asking for is you have to have been a venture scale founder for at least 3 years. You have to have raised some capital professionally, meaning not friends and family capital. Some angel or VC money has to invest it in you before. And you have to be actively building or trying to build a venture scale business, which I define as targeting 100 million or more in revenue annualized.
Got it.
If you meet those 3 criteria, you apply to Founder Nexus and you're granted a pre-qualification credential to come and experience a few events, Greg, just like the one you came to.
Yeah.
While you are evaluating whether this is a community for you, we are also evaluating you and whether you fit into our community. At which point, after you come to 1 or 2 events, you will be invited to join if we think you are going to be a qualified and contributory member to the community. Then you can become a member. So you do have to be invited. It is an invitation basis. And we do have to meet you and get to know you. And likewise, you get to know us before that invitation can be issued.
I love it. Awesome. Did you have fun today?
Yeah, no, this is great. I didn't know if you wanted to wrap up here. No, it's all good.
Yeah, no, I think we're gonna, we started a little late, but yeah, we've gone on for about almost an hour now. And so, yeah,